Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome, Bikshitsar.
Thank you, धन्यवाद.
हे असंच होणार. सेटिंग वगैरे करून दे. हे असं होणार. हे बरोबर करून दे माझं.
Hello. Hello. Bikshitsar, welcome.
हे काढून दे.
धन्यवाद. Thank you.
हॅलो.
Namaste. It will take just few minutes.
No, not an issue, sir. Take your own time, sir.
हॅलो.
सर करायचं का स्टार्ट?
वेलकम देशमुख सर.
ठीक आहे. सर तुमचा म्यूट करा.
सर.
ओके सर. झाले का सर? झाले का?
नाही अजून.
Okay, sir. A very warm good afternoon and a heartily welcome to one and all. First of all, I pay my tribute to Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, founder, president of Sri Shivaji Education Society, Amravati, the galaxy of intellectual, honorable dignitaries, invited guests, teachers, and our beloved students. How phenomenal is this day? You will witness an entertaining and
Welcome,
emotional
sir.
ahead. I, Dr. Rasika Patil, Assistant Professor, welcome on behalf of the Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola, to a very special day. Okay, we are glad to have your presence for the virtual World Wetland Day celebration 2022. Today, we have Honorable Dr. Ambadas Kulet sir, principal of our college and a chairperson of today's event. Chief guest of today's event, Dr. Ashunikumar Bikshitsar, professor in Department of Botany, Guru Ghaisidas Vishwavidyalay Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. Guest of honor, Dr. Harshavardhan Deshmukh sir, assistant professor, College of Forestry, PDKV, Akola. Respected Dr. Ashish Rao sir, IQAC coordinator, respected Dr. Pratiksha Umare ma'am, professor and head, all respected teachers, participants, and dear students. Education is the passport to the future. So, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Now, may I request Dr. Deepak Koche sir for the welcome speech. Please, sir.
Hello, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Deepak Koche, working as a professor in Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College, Akola. Respected virtual dais, chairman of this national webinar on plant science, Honorable Dr. A.L. Kulat sir, principal of our college. Ashunikumar Bikshitsar, professor, Department of Botany, Guru Ghaisidas University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. Guest of honor, Dr. Harshavardhan Deshmukh, assistant professor, Department of Forestry, Dr. PDKV, Akola. Respected Dr. A.S. Raut sir, IQAC coordinator of our college, Dr. Pratiksha Umare madam, professor and head, Department of Botany, and all participants who are virtually joined to this dais. I welcome you all on this occasion. Here I am briefing about the department. This college is one of the largest colleges in Maharashtra, multi-faculty college, and it established in 1963. The science faculty was started in 1967 with botany as one of the optional subjects, and PG in botany was started in 1992-93. The research laboratory of this department was recognized in 2000, and currently 10 research students are working in this. And in total, this department is having around 550 students. The department has made significant progress in academic and research due to the hard work and sincere effort of previous head of the departments, Dr. E.V. Upadhyay sir, Dr. D.J. Bhalange sir, and Dr. S.P. Rote sir. And currently the department is marching on a right path under the leadership of Professor P.P. Umade madam. The department is currently having 7 faculty members, 3 professors and 4 assistant professors with diverse disciplines and specializations. So far, 12 minor and 5 major research projects has been completed by the faculty members of this department successfully, and more than 250 research papers are published in various journals of national and international repute. Also, one faculty member has granted one patent by Government of India. The department is also not lagging behind in extension activities. It regularly organizes various workshops, seminars, symposia, and community. The World Wetland Day celebration is one of the regular event of this department, and every year this department used to organize different activities for the benefit of students. This year we have organized a national webinar on plant sciences, for which we have Dr. Ashunikumar Bikshitsar, Professor, Department of Botany, Guru Ghasidas University, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh, as chief guest and resource person. I welcome you, sir. The guest of honor is Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, sir, who is acting as Assistant Professor in Department of Forestry, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit, Akola, who is also expert and evaluator of the photography competition of organized on this event. I also welcome you, sir. I hope the participant will definitely get benefited by this organization. And with this, I conclude my welcome speech. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Now I would like to invite Dr. Vaishali Patil ma'am for introductory.
Thank you, Rasika. Good afternoon to everyone. Good afternoon to everyone. I am extremely overwhelmed to get this opportunity to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Ashunikumar Dikshit, who is currently working as a professor of botany, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. He has about 25 years of teaching and research experience. His research interest is in medical botany, pharmacology, microbiology, and bio-nanotechnology. He is a PhD supervisor and guided many students. He had published more than 50 research papers in various reputed international and national journals, and also authored 4 books. He is a member of various national and international academic bodies, as well as various authorities of Guru. We are very grateful, glorious presence here, sir. It is an honorable moment for our college to have your prestigious presence in today's event. Our second personality is guest of honor, Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, sir, who is Assistant Professor, Department of Forestry of the most renowned university, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh Krishi Vidyapit, Akola, Maharashtra. He is working here since 20 years and connecting young minds to strive towards success and achievement. We are grateful to him for accepting our invitation of today's event. He had a great experience of teaching, research, training, and extension in the areas of agroforestry, recommendation approved by Joint Agroscope Government of Maharashtra State. He published several research paper, books, chapters, leaflets, articles in reputed journals. He also guided many people through radio talk also. He had a membership of many renowned societies. So it is an honor and privilege for us, sir, to have you with us today. I also welcome the dignitaries teachers, and my dear students. I'm sure we will be enriched by this webinar and photographic competition. Once again, I welcome all of you for this World Wetland Day celebration. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Due to the busy schedule of our respected principal, so I am grateful to have respected Dr. Ambadas Kulat sir with us. So I request him for the presidential address on this occasion. Please, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Yes, today, am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Today, Department of Botany, in collaborations with IQAC, is organized World Wetland Day Celebration 2022. Is here a national webinar on plant sciences as well as state level photography competition. Miss for the same, Miss Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Ashunikumar Dikshit, as well as guest of Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, and the head Department of Botany, Dr. Ratiksha Umale ma'am, as well as Dr. D.K. Koche, as well as all my colleagues, members. Today, Miss, I get pleasures to welcome Miss dignitary Miss of this online webinar. As today, so wetlands are the smaller or larger water bodies. Those have a significant impact is on climate change. So here this issue is chosen by the Department of Botany to have a webinar as well as to have a detailed discussion on this topic. So here it was observed that the world's nearly 90% wetlands are degraded due to human interference. As now here and really, so such type of the degradations of the wetland is to be recorrected by all the people from this world. So here it is an urgent need to spread awareness and restore the degraded wetland to avoid their negative impact on climate. Therefore, since 1971, every year World Wetland Day was celebrated on the 2nd February to spread awareness about the wetland and their importance and need to conserve the wetland. Particularly, our area is also having a few small wetlands and those needed to be regenerated. So here, on this occasion, to make the students aware about the wetland and their importance, Department of Botany of our college used to celebrate the World Wetland Day every year. This year, this department had organized the national webinar on plant sciences and state level photography competitions for students and faculty members of life sciences. For these two occasions, so your chief guests are invited, and so definitely their informations as well as their speech will be very fruitful to all the students as well as the faculties to make aware them about the importance of wetland in the environment as well as the climate point of view. So here I congratulate to all the prize winners of the photography competition. So I welcome all the participants and also the organizer as they have organized such a useful event for the students. Yes, I wish all the best for the success of this event. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. We are fortunate as today we have with us Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, sir. So I gladly invite him for the presentation. Please, sir.
Here I have to give presentation, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, are you getting my presentation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Uh, Good afternoon, all of you. सर्वप्रथम मैं हिंदवी स्वराज साम्राज्य के संस्थापक महान योद्धा आदर्श शासनकर्ता जगत के जो राजा थे छत्रपति श्री शिवाजी महाराज तथा शिक्षण महर्षि थोर समाजसेवी स्वतंत्र भारत के पहले कृषि मंत्री और भारत रत्न के हकदार डॉक्टर पंजाबराव देशमुख इनके स्मृति को वंदन करता हूं। नेशनल वेबिनार ऑन वर्ल्ड वेटलैंड डे सेलिब्रेशन, इस कार्यक्रम के चेयरपर्सन डॉक्टर ए एल कुलेट सर, चीफ गेस्ट डॉक्टर अश्विनी कुमार दीक्षित सर, ऑर्गेनाइजिंग कमिटी, all academicians and professors of Sri Shivaji College, all participants and students. I sincerely thank to organizing committee of Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Akola, for inviting me on this occasion and giving me an opportunity to share my experiences with you all, as well as to contribute in the result of photography competition. Here I would like to mention some of things like I'm so happy to see the response of the participants and participation. So interesting thing in this photographic competition is participation from the girls. It is near about 95% girls have been participated in this program. और एक ऐसे होता है कि नारी को शक्ति का प्रतीक माना गया है, and there are beautiful examples when woman starts managing the things, you will get the best result. सबसे बढ़िया एग्जाम्पल है, महिला को शिक्षित करो, एम्पावर करो, आप अपने घर को शिक्षित पाओगे, सशक्त होगा घर, और उसके साथ साथ ही देश को शिक्षित होगा और सशक्त and decisions taken by the then Prime Minister of India, by her milestone act, also like wildlife protection and forest conservation 1980. जब और ये जो एक्ट है उसका ही एग्जांपल है। आज हम फॉरेस्ट फॉरेस्ट रिसोर्सेस एंड प्रोटेक्शन, इवन वेटलैंड और रिसोर्सेस जो आज हमें दो एक्ट्स के डेवलप कर रहे हैं, और वो एक्ट को लाने का जो श्रेय जाता है वो एक लेडी को जाता है। So in this regard, regarding competition participation of girls, that is 5%. So this is a strong indicator, like income year, strong conservation and natural resources. Indicator best example of resources and empowering India. So one can accomplish all participants and winners keep on the topic why wetlands are very important. So you see, the wetlands play a significant role in the ecosystem. The priority and have many aquatic fauna, numerous species of birds, including migratory birds. But nowadays, other animal threats as we yes.
No.
wetlands to their which may lead to its destruction and results into the damage of millions of people associated with the wetlands ecosystem. So you see, many people's livelihood also depends on this baseline. So basically, the observation of this day will make people understand and the importance of the wasteland. So every year we can see that this February 2 is celebrated as World Wetland Day. So why this day has been chosen? This is very interesting story. You see, that is one international treaty and convention on wetland, which is held on February 2nd in 1971 in Ramsar, place called Ramsar, which is located in Iran. So the same day that happened, so that was in the house, it was decided that this day should be accepted as a World Wetland Day, looking to the importance of the wetland in all the biodiversity conservation. So every year, this World Wetland Day is celebrated to create awareness of need for the conservation of wetland, for the betterment of ecosystem and climate change as well, right? So now, as per the Ramsar convention, wetland consists of both natural and man-made sites like lakes, swamps, mangroves, salt pans, tidal flats, reservoir. So if we see the classification of wetlands, there are two major types: coastland wasteland, inland wasteland, classified as mangroves, creeks, intertidal and muds, flats, beaches, shores, salt pan, fish. And if we talk about the inland wetlands, it consists of rivers, streams, tanks, ponds, reservoirs. If we see the Maharashtra scenario, the Maharashtra has largest number of man-made wetlands in the country, which is around 1,821 large and medium dams are there. So recently, you see that the great Lunar Sarovar has been announced as one of the best wetlands recently. So there is need to conserve. So these are some of the photographs of the wastelands in every aspect of this. These are estuaries, wetlands, sands, marshlands. So there is also this wetland ecosystem is also there. So hydrology and waterlogging, soil flooded. So these can also contribute in the conservation of all the species, and it also contribute in the means disasters management. Also, it plays very important role. So if we talk about this year's theme, this year theme is wetland action for people and nature, showing the action required to ensure the conservation and sustenance of the wetland. So sustainable management is also one of the important component. And if we talk about the sustainability, so there are three pillars of the sustainability, that is social, economic and ecological. So all these wetland, when we work on these three pillars, we will get the sustainable results, the balanced results. And we are talking about the socio-economic aspect of these wetlands. So many employment generations are depends on these wetlands. Not only socio-economic aspect, but ecological aspect. It is a home of numerous terrestrial animals. So the conservation is very, very important. So every year this wetland is celebrated particularly for this aspect. So what we have to do, so looking to the present scenarios theme, the action by the people and nature for the conservation of the wetland. So I think this young generation, the students, they have to take responsibility. It is like my country, my responsibility, my wetland, my responsibility, our wetland, our responsibility. So you have to take one single step to towards the conservation and protection of this wetland. It's very, very important. So what to do for that? So make the people aware. At least 10 people around you, you should talk about the wetland, why it is important. So that's enough to take small step that from yourself. So feel yourself responsible. That's what I want to convey to you. So these also various kinds of, I already talking about what is the importance of waste. It is also one of the best carbon source, means carbon sequestration you can handle with this kind of wetlands. These are some of the ecosystem kind of thing I already spoken about it. So regarding total economic value, there are three kinds of values we have to deal with when we are talking about the wetlands. That is use value, option values, and non-use value. When you talk about the use values, it is related with the direct use and indirect use. When we are talking about the direct use values, it is related with the consumptive use values for what we have to harvest and take benefits. Non-consumptive use like ecotourism and recreation kind of activities are also. You see, you go to any kind of pond or lake for the recreation, you see the birds coming in and around that pond. So that is for the recreation point of view. So when you visit to any kind of wetlands, so feel responsible for that. You take steps for the conservation aspect. उसमें होता क्या है कि अगर हम विजिट करते हैं कोई वेटलैंड्स को फॉर आवर रिक्रिएशन पर्पस, तो हमारे पास जो खाने का पदार्थ होता है, प्लास्टिक्स होते हैं, तो उसकी जो जिम्मेदारी है हमें खुद लेना है, वहां पे फेंकना नहीं है. ये सिंपल सी चीजें अगर हम करते, तो अगर हम कलेक्टिव एक्शन कलेक्टिवली करते, तो ये काफी सारा कंट्रीब्यूशन इकोलॉजिकल एस्पेक्ट में होगा. उसका हेल्दी इकोसिस्टम हम वहां पे डेवलप कर सकते हैं और उसका लाइफ भी बढ़ सकते हैं. अभी थ्रेड्स दिन ब दिन बढ़ते जा रहा है, day by day it is increasing. So this is all about, I talk about these things. These are some of the important wetlands in India. Out of 42 Ramsar wetlands, 20 are located in states and 2 are in union territories of so 13 of them are situated in just 2 states, that is Uttar Pradesh and Punjab. Where the large states of Madhya Pradesh, Maharashtra, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu have just one Ramsar site. So Ramsar, these words come from the site which is available in the place Iran, country Iran. That too, when the convention of wetland happens in 1971. So there are other states, only one Ramsar site of India, namely Upper Ganga rivers. So in terms of size, 4 wetlands in East India covers 6,170 square kilometer area, which is about 7 times more than the area of 20 Ramsar sites in North India. These are some of the basic data. So if we talk about the status of the wetlands in the Maharashtra, 6 important wetlands are now it is already added this to the 6 is Lonar wetland. Now it is 7 wetlands in being. So there are lots of migratory birds population. You can see size and economic importance of wetlands was considered. So 7 wetlands are included. Total geographical area is very huge, which is located in means Western Maharashtra, and Vidarbha region is also there. So there are 35 districts in Maharashtra, which is estimated near about 10,14,522 hectares and 3.3 accounts for the wetlands. And there are famous wetlands in Mumbai also, and Pune district has largest inland wetlands, which constitute 6.72% in the states, mainly because of the number of large dams in the Western Ghats. It is also so these are some of the major issues which I have already spoken about it. Only thing is you have to you have to be a responsible young generation, especially जहाँ पे भी आप वेटलैंड्स को विजिट करने जाते हैं, तो वो जिम्मेदारी से आप वहाँ पे एंजॉय कीजिए, and at least 10 people make 10 people aware. So that's what I want to convey on this special occasion. Thank you very much, the organizing committee, who gave me an opportunity to share my experiences on this occasion. And I congratulate once again to the all winners and participants. So keep it up. And आज एक ऐसा प्रॉमिस कीजिए खुद को कि हम 10 लोगों को अवेयर करेंगे रिगार्डिंग द वेटलैंड एंड इट्स इम्पोर्टेंट. और जब भी हम कोई वेटलैंड की साइट के ऊपर जाएंगे तो वी शुड बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल. हमें खुद से स्टार्ट करना है, तो ही बाकी हम जैसे चाहते हैं वैसे अपने आप होने लगेगा. सो थैंक यू वेरी मच. दैट्स ऑल फ्रॉम माय साइड.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such in-depth motivations. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Now I request Dr. Ashunikumar Bikshitsar, chief guest of today's event. So I gladly invite him for their presentation. Please, sir.
Please allow me to share the PPT.
Sir, no need to allow.
Okay, right.
Okay.
Right. So, thank you very much, Rashika ji, respected Kulat sir, Harshvardhan sir, Rao ji, Koche sir, and all the teachers and all the botanists who are attending this seminar. Today, I am going to talk about the ecosystem services and what is the possible future of the botanist and role of the botanist in the sustainable development and in coping up with the SDGs, sustainable goals assigned by the United Nations. We all know that human beings are the intellectual animals, and due to superior over the all animals with regard to the intelligence, the human being is having tendency to get whatever they want through the hard work or through their intelligence or through their motivation or whatever. And due to this power, they are thinking that they are superior to the nature and they have the power to exploit the all earth resources. And due to this misconception that they are superior to everybody and they have the power, वीरा हो गया वसुंधरा, and हम वीर हैं, हम intelligent हैं, that's why we can take over the earth resource. This leads to the drastic degradation in the nature. See, the animals are having only one instinct, that they struggle for the survival through the food only. But the humans are having ability to exploit the entire environment. And they presume that this is available for them. Even the animals are available for them. And this misconception was started some 500 years back. Before that, the people were living in the army. See, शांति पाठ का दिया गया है कि how the Indian system is looking towards the nature. They are talking about Om Dho Shanti Antariksha Shanti Prithivir Shanti Ah Shanti Okhabhayah Shanti Vashpatayah Shanti Vishweva Shanti Shantir Brahma Shanti Shiva Shanti Shanti Deva Shanti Sama Shanti Heri Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So this Shanti is coming 3 times, means past की भी शांति हो, वर्तमान भी शांति हो और भविष्य में भी शांति रहे. See, this beautiful Shanti, they are depicting that शांति कीजिए प्रभु त्रिभुवन में, जल में, थल में, गगन में, अंतरिक्ष में, अग्नि में, पवन में, पृथ्वी में. वनस्पति, वन, उपवन में, सकल विश्व के अवचेतन में, we are praying that not only in the biotic world but even in the abiotic world of the nature, they too have the शांति और राष्ट्र के निर्माण में, शहर में, नगर में, ग्राम में, भवन में, जीवन मात्र के तन में, धन में, मन में, कण शांति हो. So this is the, see how we Indians are thinking about that, let the peace may radiate in every part of the nature, whether it's a biotic, abiotic, or whatever type of is there. So this is the Indian tendency. This is the Bharatiya way of living, that we are thinking about everything which is available on the nature. Even see this tree, one tree is there in the center, and all the 4 type of human beings are there. This is the Pavan temple in Java, constructed in the 4th, 8th century. So how this tree is in the center of the earth? As a botanist, we know that only the plants have the power to convert the solar energy into the chemical energy. And this chemical energy is transferred from one stage to another stage via the food chain, food web, food links, and responsible for the flow of energy in the entire living world. And that's why they are called the producers. और जब प्रोड्यूसर्स ही नहीं होंगे तो फिर क्या होगा? कुछ नहीं बचेगा. तो पृथ्वी में पादप जो है, जो पेड़ पौधे हैं, they are at the center of the everything. If they are there, the other things will move on. See, the thing is that, see, we have already mentioned this, that all these things which we are praying for the Shanti is closely associated with the human being. So we have the long history. Upanishad Ved में इसको बारे में कहा गया है. But see how the Western world is trying to teach us that this natural capital word is coined in the book Small is Beautiful by the E.F. Schumacher in 1973. ये कहते हैं कि नेचुरल कैपिटल है, प्रकृति भी एक संपदा है. ये आप हमको क्या बताएंगे? ये तो हमको मालूम है. But problem is this, that this word natural capital is given by one person. We are thinking as if this natural capital arises only after 1993, 73. Before that it was not there. So such type of many misconceptions are there. I will just go through this, the history of the ecosystem services. In 1956, Paul Sears, he was just attracted the scientist attraction towards this recycling of the nutrient and waste to the ecosystem processes. It is the 1970 when the Paul Ehrlich and Wiggett, they have called the attention to the ecological systems. And they mentioned that the most subtle and dangerous threat of the man's existence, the potential destruction by the man's own activity of those ecological systems upon which the very existence of the human species depends. मानव प्रजाति का संबंध आधार जिस चीज पे निर्भर है, मानव उसी को अपनी गतिविधियों से नष्ट करने में तुला हुआ है. Potential destruction by the man's own activity on which this human species is depending. And after this only, the term environmental services has been started. And somewhere in 1983, the first time the ecosystem services word was used. And actually the ecosystem services got the momentum in 1997. So the modern day concept of the ecosystem services arises, as I told you, in 1970. And in 1983, Aldrich and Mooney, they published a paper in which they have used the word for the first time, ecosystem services. And this ecosystem services gained the moment in 1997 onwards. Especially in 2001, when the United Nations is going for the Millennium Ecosystem Services systems, then only it has got the momentum. So what is this ecosystem services we are talking about? See, we know that we are surrounded by the nature. प्रकृति हमारे यत्र तत्र सर्वत्र है, जिसके कारण हम डिपेंड उसके ऊपर निर्भर करते हैं. So what are the benefits we are getting from the ecosystem is the ecosystem services. As I told you, in 2001, some 1,300 scientists from all over the world, experts, they worked together and they started the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment under the United Nations. And they published this report in 2005. So it is actually 2005 is the milestone in the ecosystem services when this term is actually popularized. और पूरी दुनिया में इस पर्ल के बारे में जानना शुरू किया कि इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज हैं क्या. So this ecosystem services and these studies provide the comprehensive global assessment of the human impact on the ecosystem and their services, analysis of the ecosystem condition and trends, as well as the possible solutions for the restoration, maintenance and sustainable use. हम इस इकोलॉजिकल सिस्टम को कैसे यूज करते हैं, उसमें हमने क्या क्या नुकसान अभी तक पहुंचाया है और उस नुकसान को दूर करके हम अपने बच्चों के लिए भी सस्टेनेबली इसको प्रोवाइड कर सकें, इन सब को स्टडी करने के लिए इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज ने काम किया. As Harshvardhan sir told that most of the wetlands were degraded. So the MEA, the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, they told that 60% of the ecosystem services have been degraded. खत्म हो चुकी हैं, उनको आपने डिग्रेड कर दिया है. And wetland is one of them. Actually, wetlands, they are the buffer जो कि पानी की कमी को मेंटेन करते हैं, कैसे पानी को बचाना है. So whenever you have a surplus water, they store it. When there is a scarcity of the water, they release the water into the natural systems. So these wetlands are working as the buffer. So in 2005, after the report of the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment, another agency, international initiative is started in the name of TEEB, T-E-E-B, the Economics of Ecosystem and Biodiversity. And this was started in 2007. और इन्होंने अपनी रिपोर्ट 2011 में पहली बार सबमिट की. So they brought the economic perspective of the ecosystem services in the policy debate. क्योंकि जब तक आपको किसी चीज की कीमत नहीं मालूम होगी, आप उसकी कद्र नहीं करेंगे. So the most important thing is to know the value. If you know the value of the nature or value of the anything, then only you will have respect for that. उसकी इज्जत ही हम तब करेंगे जब हमें उसकी औकात, उसकी कीमत पता होती है. Nature provides a numerous services that affect the life and well-being of the people across the globe. And this is the time to understand the impact and benefit of the nature, which lead to the better management decision and design in sustaining the nature within the society. समाज के बीच में उसका क्या इम्पैक्ट है, उसको जानना बहुत जरूरी है. And as we know that one of the most dominant aspect of the nature in almost all areas of the globe is vegetation, plants. क्योंकि प्लांट्स के ऊपर ही डायरेक्टली इनडायरेक्टली सब कुछ डिपेंड करता है. And when we are talking about the vegetation, automatically the most dominant element of the vegetation is the trees and forest. तो जंगल पहले आता है, पेड़ पहले आ जाते हैं. Then we are talking about the ecosystem services. So in addition to the environmental equality, these trees and forests, particularly when within the urban areas, they have the substantial impact on the human population. They have impact on the human health. They have the impact on the human well-being. And they help in understanding the myriad of potential services and the cost associated with the trees and forest, while estimating the net benefits provided by the vegetation or the tree or the forest. And hence they gave the way to frame the appropriate management plan for the sustainable development. वैल्यू की बात तो हम करते हैं कि वैल्यू होती है, समझ में भी आती है, लेकिन इस वैल्यू को हमको असेस करना है. वी हैव टू मैप द वैल्यू, एंड फॉर मैपिंग ऑफ ए वैल्यू यू नीड द इंडिकेटर्स. व्हाट आर द इंडिकेटर्स इन्वॉल्व इन मैपिंग द मेजरमेंट ऑफ द इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज? और ये जो इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज का जो मैनेजमेंट है या जो मेजरमेंट है, पहले तो मेजर करना है. मेजर करने के लिए यू नीड सम पैरामीटर्स. We are calling it as a indicators. There are two type indicators. Primary indicators जो हमको सामने दिखता है. Secondary which are just out of sight but they plays an important role. So secondary and primary indicators are there. They together will form the value. They will help you in measuring the value of that area. So the most important need of our is to quantify or value adequately the natural system and ecosystem services available in it in any area. Because if you just change the site or habitat, the value will change. जिस चीज की कीमत हमारे यहाँ है उस चीज की कीमत दूसरी जगह शायद नहीं होगी. It means there cannot be a universal indicator. Universal indicator नहीं हो सकता. हर स्पेसिफिक इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज के लिए स्पेसिफिक इंडिकेटर्स होंगे. And this is we the botanist who has to develop the indicators for it. So this is the time to value the nature. Once you know the value, then only you can go for the. अगर हमें किसी चीज की कीमत नहीं पता है तो हम उसकी कद्र भी नहीं करते. फ्री में मिली हुई चीजों की कद्र कौन करता है? कोई नहीं करता. आज से 50 साल पहले हिंदुस्तान में कोई सोच सकता था कि 20 रुपए के पानी की बोतल बिकेगी और आप और हम सब खरीदते हैं. आज की तारीख में शायद ही ऐसा कोई इंसान बचा हो जो शहरी क्षेत्र में रहता हो और बोतल पानी ना पिया हो, वाटर बंद पैक्ड वाटर ना पिया हो. सब पी रहे हैं. ट्रेन में जाते हैं तो खोजते हैं. तो ड्रिंकिंग वाटर जो फ्री था नेचर में अब नहीं मिलता. नेक्स्ट इज एयर. हवा की भी वही स्थिति होने वाली है, देर नहीं है ज्यादा. दिस इज द टाइम टू गेट अवेक. जागने की जरूरत है. और वो जागेंगे कब? जब हमें उसकी कीमत पता होगी. Until unless we don't have the value for the things, we cannot respect it. जानना जरूरी है. और वैल्यू कौन करेगा? वैल्यू करेगा इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज. इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज की मतलब बात यह है कि द बेनिफिट यू आर गेटिंग फ्रॉम द इकोसिस्टम्स, वो इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज में आता है. जो कॉन्सेप्ट है इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज का वो है द बेनिफिट्स पीपल ऑब्टेन फ्रॉम द इकोसिस्टम. दिस इज द डेफिनेशन गिवन बाय द MEA. Another definition given by the team is the ecosystems are the direct and indirect contribution of the ecosystem to the human well-being. और ये जो इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज हैं ये MEA मिलेनियम इकोसिस्टम असेसमेंट ने 4 तरह की सर्विसेज बताई हैं: प्रोविजनिंग सर्विसेज, रेगुलेटिंग सर्विसेज, कल्चरल सर्विसेज एंड सपोर्टिंग सर्विसेज। सपोर्टिंग सर्विसेज को टीम ने बाद में हैबिटेट सर्विसेज भी बोल दिया है, बट दे आर द सपोर्टिंग सर्विसेज ओनली। ये सर्विसेज क्या है, इसके बारे में हम लोग थोड़ा देर में बात करते हैं। So ecosystem services क्या है? They are the benefit provided by the ecosystem that contribute to making human life both possible and worth living. जो हमारे जिंदा रहने के लिए जरूरी है और जिंदा रहने के लिए बाकी चीजों को मुहैया भी कराता है। So it provides the components of the nature that are directly enjoyed, consumed and used in order to maintain or enhance the human well-being. So if we talk about the ecosystem services, ऐसी कोई भी सर्विसेज आपके जीवन में नहीं है जो कि डायरेक्टली और इनडायरेक्टली इकोसिस्टम से नहीं मिलती। So we are totally depending for everything on the ecosystem. तो इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज जो है, दे आर जस्ट अकाउंटिंग फॉर द सर्विसेज प्रोवाइडेड टू यू। इन द वैल्यू फ्रॉम द नेचर, फ्रॉम द फॉरेस्ट, फ्रॉम द रिवर्स, फ्रॉम द एयर, फ्रॉम द सॉइल, फ्रॉम द वाटर, फ्रॉम वाइल्ड लाइफ, फ्रॉम सॉलिट्यूड, फ्रॉम मेटल्स एंड सो ऑन। इन सब से जो हमको वैल्यू मिलती है, उन सब की बात हमको यहां करना है। सो इकोसिस्टम हैज द पोटेंशियल टू सप्लाई अ रेंज ऑफ सर्विसेज जो हमारी हेल्थ के लिए, लाइवलीहुड के लिए, सर्वाइवल के लिए और डेवलपमेंट के लिए जरूरी है। तो आई टॉक्ड अबाउट द 4 सर्विसेज, 4 टाइप ऑफ सर्विसेज। MEA का जो क्लासिफिकेशन था, उन्होंने 4 तरह की सर्विसेज बताई। The provisioning services, it means the product which we are getting from the nature. Whatever the product we are getting from the nature is comes under the provisioning services, whether it's a food में भी आपका vegetables हैं, fruits हैं, salads हैं, मुर्गी है, मछली है, अंडा है, whatever food you are getting from the nature as a product is a provisioning services. Whatever material we are getting from the nature, कोई भी मटेरियल, that is of provisioning service. Whatever the energy we are getting from the nature is a provisioning services. So these provisioning services means the product we are getting from the nature, and these products were directly used by the people, human being. Another services is the regulating services. These services were not directly used by the people, but these services are responsible for getting the product ready to be used by the human beings. जैसे बारिश हुई, बारिश होने में पानी नदी में बहा, नदी के पानी को नदी ने पेड़ों ने इस्तेमाल किया, फिर इवापोरेट हुआ, साइक्लिंग, weathering, soil formation, climate change, all are comes under the regulating services. आप शहर से जब थोड़ा भी गांव की तरफ या जंगल की तरफ जाते हैं तो आप देखते हैं कि शहर के और जंगल के टेम्परेचर में 2 to 3 degree temperature difference is there. And this difference is because of the regulating services of the nature. The another services is the cultural services. कल्चरल में आपका कल्चर और स्पिरिचुअल और एस्थेटिक सारी चीजें इसमें आ जाती हैं। आप जंगल घूमने क्यों जाते हैं, पहाड़ पे क्यों जाते हैं, नदी में बोटिंग करने क्यों जाते हैं, बगीचे में फूलों को देख के आपको अच्छा क्यों लगता है। भारत में प्रकृति को पूजा जाता है। हम पेड़ पूजते हैं, पहाड़ पूजते हैं, नदी पूजते हैं, पत्थर पूजते हैं। क्यों? दे हैव द स्पिरिचुअल नीड ऑफ द पीपल। क्योंकि हमको लगता है कि हम ऐसा करने से वी फील प्रोटेक्टेड, वी आर मेकिंग द कनेक्शन विद द नेचर। सो दीज सर्विसेज आर ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। आप हमेशा जिंदगी भर काम नहीं कर सकते, आपको शांति चाहिए, आपको मेडिटेट करना है, आपको पूजा करना है, आपको आनंद भी जीवन में लेना है। सो दीज कल्चर सर्विसेज आर इंपॉर्टेंट। जैसे जू है, जू में आप जाते हैं तो जू में जाने से आप देखते हो कि वहां पर बहुत सारे जानवर हैं। पहले तो पिंजरे में बंद करके जू में रखा जाता था, आजकल पिंजरे में बंद नहीं करते, बड़ा बड़ा जोन बना देते हैं, उसमें वो जानवर और सब विचरते रहते हैं, आप उसको देखते हैं। उतना खुला नहीं है, बट खुला है। तो वो जू जो है वो एक कल्चरल सर्विसेज भी है, क्योंकि आप उसको देखने जा रहे हैं जानवर को। जू में जाएंगे तो आपको भूख लगेगी, तो आप वहां पे चाय भी पियेंगे, आइसक्रीम भी खाएंगे और समोसा भी खाएंगे। So you see, these are the indirect values of the ecosystem services. Zoo is the ecosystem service. और उसमें वो एक ऑटो वाला जो आपको वहां जंगल शहर से थोड़ा दूर है वो जू, तो वहां तक जाना है तो ऑटो में बैठ के जाना है, तो ऑटो वाले को भी पैसा मिल रहा है, वो भी इसमें आता है। So when you are calculating the value of the ecosystem services, you have to include everything, direct or indirect, use or non-use, और even optional values as sir told. उन सारी वैल्यूज को आपको इकट्ठा करना पड़ेगा, तब आप उसके इंडिकेटर्स बना सकते हैं। And fourth service is the habitat service or the supporting services. The entire three above mentioned services are depending on the supporting services. ये supporting services क्या है? ये है इकोसिस्टम, ये है बायोडाइवर्सिटी। क्योंकि बायोडाइवर्सिटी है तो ये ऊपर की बाकी चीजें हैं, हैबिटेट है तो ये ऊपर की बाकी चीजें हैं। So this supporting services are at the base. So this is the classification of the Millennium Ecosystem Assessment Classification System, 2005. And these are the services. See these, how the ecosystem services link with the well-being. वो इससे क्लियर हो जाता है इस टेबल से। So the important thing is this, that when we are going to adequately quantify the ecosystem services, and you have to quantify the services with making and understanding the decisions related to the services. अब आप देखिए, अगर किसी जगह पे जंगल बचा ही नहीं है, पूरा डिग्रेड हो गया है, डिसकंटिन्यू हो गया है, तो उसकी क्या वैल्यू? कोई वैल्यू नहीं है। तो दिस इज द टाइम टू क्वांटिफाई, अंडरस्टैंड द मॉनिटरी एंड द नॉन मॉनिटरी वैल्यूज ऑफ द नेचर in a given context. Though it is difficult, but we have to, because this will lead to the more informed environmental and economical decisions made by any country or the people. So we know that the plant provides the numerous economic services that produces the benefit to the community, to the society, to the man, to the human. And only through the proper planning, designing and management, the plants and trees can improve the human health, human well-being and human way of living. एक छोटी सी कहानी आपको सुनाता हूं हिंदी में। एक बहुत अमीर आदमी था, बहुत पैसा था उसके पास। वो अपने बच्चे को पैसे की ताकत और कीमत सिखाना चाहता था। तो उसने क्या किया, वो अपने बच्चे को लेके एक किसी गरीब आदमी के घर में गया कि चलो हम लोग वहां चलते हैं, एक दिन वहां रहेंगे, तो तुमको ये पता चलेगा बेटा कि अमीरी क्या होती है, गरीबी क्या होती है। तो वहां गए तो उसके यहाँ तो न पंखे थे, न एसी थे, न पिज्जा था, न बर्गर था, न कोई बहुत डनलप के गद्दे थे। तो वो वहां पे चटाई पे लेटे, रात में खुली हवा में सोए, तारे गिनते रहे। एसी नहीं था, लेकिन जंगल में दूर होने से मच्छर भी उसको बहुत ज्यादा नहीं काटे, क्योंकि मच्छर तो पोल्यूटेड वाटर में होते हैं। वहां वाटर लॉगिंग नहीं थी तो मच्छर भी कम थे। आराम से वो लोग सोए, सूखी रोटी खाई, और जो सब्जियां वहां गिरती थी वो खाई, जो पेड़ में जो आम लगे थे वो तोड़ के खाए। एक दिन रह के वो अपने घर वापस आ गए। अब अमीर ने पूछा कि देखा बेटा, ये अंतर होता है गरीबी में और अमीरी में, क्या सीखा तुमने? तो बच्चा बोलता है कि पापा मैंने ये सीखा कि हम लोग कितने गरीब हैं। तो अमीर एकदम से चौंका, बोला क्या बोल रहे हो तुम? बोले पापा, हम यहाँ एसी में सोते हैं, हमको बिजली चाहिए, बिजली नहीं होती तो एसी बंद हो जाएगा, हम सो नहीं पाते फिर रात भर। वहां तो खुले में सोए, वहां तो गर्मी नहीं लग रही थी। हम लोग रेफ्रिजरेटर में पड़े हुए, फ्रिज में पड़े हुए जो सेब खाते हैं और एप्पल खाते हैं, वहां तो जो आम था कितना स्वादिष्ट था, ताजा पेड़ का टूटा हुआ। तो बच्चे ने अपने नजरिए से देखा तो उसको लगा कि ये जो गरीब हैं, द पुअर आर रियली रिच। ये जो पुअर लोग हैं ये वास्तव में पुअर नहीं है, ये बहुत अमीर लोग हैं, क्योंकि ये प्रकृति के करीब हैं, ये प्रकृति की इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज को डायरेक्ट यूज कर पा रहे हैं। और उन चीजों को पाने के लिए हमें हजारों रुपए खर्च करने पड़ते हैं। तो वैल्यू कैलकुलेट करने में इस चीज को समझना बहुत जरूरी है कि क्या क्या हम इसमें कर सकते हैं। Now, the four important steps which require to quantify the natural services or the ecosystem services are plants के माध्यम से। See, we are botanist, plant science डिपार्टमेंट से हम लोग हैं, तो प्लांट्स की बात करेंगे। तो पहले ये जानना जरूरी है, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल, दैट क्वांटिफिकेशन ऑफ द स्ट्रक्चरल एट्रीब्यूट्स and the data essential to qualify something as a resource। तो जो स्ट्रक्चरल एट्रीब्यूट है और उससे रिलेटेड डेटा है, उसका क्वांटिफिकेशन सबसे पहले करना है। दूसरा क्वांटिफिकेशन क्या होगा? द इन्फ्लुएंसेस इनकर्ड फ्रॉम द स्ट्रक्चरल एट्रीब्यूट्स। उस स्ट्रक्चर से जो इन्फ्लुएंस इकोसिस्टम के ऊपर पड़ रहा है, इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज पे पड़ रहा है, फॉरेस्ट की स्पीसीज के कंपोजिशन पे पड़ रहा है। तो इस इन्फ्लुएंस की जब बात करते हैं, मींस वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द ड्राइवर्स। व्हाट आर द सिग्निफिकेंट ड्राइवर्स which are controlling the ecosystem structures? So first is to quantify the structural attributes and collection of the data related to that. Second is the quantification of the structural influences on the ecosystem services in calculating and identifying the significant drivers of the ecosystem services. And third one is to quantify the impact of the ecosystem services on the human being. तो जो इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज का इम्पैक्ट क्या आ रहा है उसको देखना है। एंड द फोर्थ वन इज टू क्वांटिफाई द इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू ऑफ द इम्पैक्ट प्रोवाइडेड बाय द इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज। उस इम्पैक्ट की इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू क्या है समाज के लिए। So these are the four type of the study quantification is required for the valuation of the ecosystem services. We know that there is an interdependence between the plants, the forest structure, the ecosystem services, and the values. And valuation is depending upon all these. So the starting point is the quantification. ये जानना है कि क्या दे रहा है वो कितना दे रहा है। जब आप उसको जानेंगे तभी जाके आप इसी चीज को प्रोटेक्ट करने की बात करेंगे। फॉर एग्जाम्पल वील टेक द रिसेंट एग्जाम्पल ऑफ वेस्ट बंगाल केस, जिसमें वेस्ट बंगाल ने रेलवे के ब्रिज बनाने के लिए करीब 100 साल पुराने 350 ट्रीज को काटना था, बिकॉज दे वांटेड टू प्रिपेयर ए रेलवे ओवर ब्रिजेस, वेस्ट बंगाल की गवर्नमेंट ने। तो वो 356 trees they have to cut. So some ecosystem service handler, he just reaches the court, कोर्ट में जाकर उसको चैलेंज किया हाई कोर्ट में उसको कुछ डिसीजन फेवर में नहीं दिया, वो सुप्रीम कोर्ट चला गया। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने उसको संज्ञान में लिया, एंड दैट टाइम द चीफ जस्टिस ऑफ इंडिया एस.ए. बोबाडे, उन्होंने, उनके साथ में 2 मेंबर और थे, 3 सदस्यीय समिति बनी, और वो 2 सदस्य में थे ए.एस. बोपन्ना एंड वी. राम सुब्रमण्यम। ये तीनों के द्वारा एक बेंच बनी, 3 जजेस की बेंच बनी, और उस बेंच ने जनवरी 2020 में ये बोला कि हम एक 5 सदस्यीय समिति बनाएंगे कि उन पेड़ों की निकालेगा क्योंकि कीमत नहीं। उसमें मुखर्जी थे, जो गवर्नमेंट सेंटर है, सोम थे, सेंटर फॉर साइंसेस फॉर द विलेजेस, सेक्रेटरी एग्जीक्यूटिव डायरेक्टर थे, दिल्ली है, और सेंटर फॉर साइंस एनवायरनमेंट है, पेस्टिसाइड होता है उस पर केस किया। माजी थे जो कि असिस्टेंट इंजीनियर थे उनके, निरंजन 5 लोगों ने रिपोर्ट की, और इस रिपोर्ट में उन्होंने क्या, प्लांट की जो वर्थ एक साल है, that is around 74,500 rupees, 7,500 रुपए की कीमत है एक साल की। 100 साल का है तो इस 100 का दीजिए, तो उतनी वैल्यू हो जाती है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने रिपोर्ट को नहीं माना, उन्होंने कहा कि इसका वैल्यूएशन ठीक से किया है, जो और कि मैंने पढ़ा है जिसमें पता गया है कि एक पेड़ की कीमत जब वो लगभग 25 से बीच का होता है तो उसकी कीमत होती है 13,13,11,400 रुपए। तो उस हिसाब से तो आपकी ये कीमत बहुत कम है, और ये जो है ये तो नेचर में पब्लिश हुआ है, जर्नल में पब्लिश हुआ है ये वैल्यू। तो सी द वैल्यू ऑफ द ट्री कैलकुलेटेड बाय द पेपर पब्लिश्ड इन द नेचर, वो उन्होंने उसमें सारी चीजों को डाला। Whatever the ecosystem services are directly, indirectly provided by the plant, 13 करोड़ रुपए एक 25 साल के पेड़ की कीमत। So this is the thing. See, we have seen during this lockdown and all that, COVID-19, वो ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो गई और दिल्ली में और इसमें हंगामा हो गया, और 50,000 रुपए का भी एक सिलेंडर नहीं मिल रहा है, लोग पागल हैं। वैसे भी 1 किलो ऑक्सीजन की कीमत लगभग 3,000 रुपए होती है, और एक पेड़ अगर आप देखें तो एक पेड़ लगभग एक साल में 140 किलोग्राम ऑक्सीजन देता है, और ये ऑक्सीजन 2 वयस्क सदस्यों के लिए पूरे साल भर ऑक्सीजन देने के लिए 3 लोगों के लिए सफिशिएंट है। सो इफ यू आर हैविंग 2 trees इन योर प्रेमाइसेस, 2 बड़े बड़े पेड़ आपके प्रेमाइसेस में लगे हुए हैं, तो आपके परिवार के 4-5 लोगों के सदस्यों के लिए पर्याप्त ऑक्सीजन उस पेड़ से मिलती है, फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट। केवल आपने पेड़ लगा देना है बस, और कुछ दिन बाद जब वो पेड़ बड़ा हो जाता है तो उसकी देखरेख भी नहीं करनी है आपको, वो अपने आप खुद कर लेता है। कार्बन ऑडिट की बात करते हैं आज की, कितना कार्बन ऑडिट है, कीमत कितनी है आपकी, वैल्यू उसकी इंडस्ट्री की वैल्यू, क्रेडिट, कीमत कार्बन में नापी जाती है। हाउ मच कार्बन यू हैव सब्स्टिट्यूशन कार्बन का कितना किया है। तो आजकल जब ऑडिट होता है तो उसमें कार्बन ऑडिट किया जाता है। पूरी की पूरी दुनिया भी कार्बन के पीछे पड़ गई है, कितना कार्बन आप एक्यूमुलेट कर रहा है, उससे आपकी कीमत तय होगी कि इस इंडस्ट्री के पास इतना कार्बन ऑडिट क्रेडिट है, इसलिए इसकी वैल्यू इतनी ज्यादा है। तो वो कंपनी जिनने बहुत पहले जंगल लगा लिए थे, उनकी कार्बन ऑडिट बहुत ज्यादा है, बहुत क्रेडिट, उनकी कार्बन क्रेडिट बहुत ज्यादा आ रही है। तो कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को कम करना है। कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड अगर ज्यादा होती है तो प्रॉब्लम होती है, कम होती है तो प्रॉब्लम होती है। लगभग 48 पाउंड कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड को एक प्लांट जो है, एक ट्री जो है, उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट करता है, अपने में कलेक्ट करके स्टोर करके रखता है। इफ यू जस्ट लुक इनटू द जियोग्राफिकल टाइम स्केल, आज से 5 लाख साल पहले जो पेड़ थे उनकी साइज इतनी बड़ी होती थी क्योंकि उनको पर्याप्त कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड मिलती थी। अभी हमारे प्लांट कॉन्फ्रेंस साइज बढ़ रही है लेकिन प्लांट्स को अवेलेबल नहीं हो पा रही है। तो कार्बन भी कई तरह का, ग्रीन कार्बन, रेड कार्बन, येलो कार्बन, 5 कैटेगरी में कार्बन को बांटा गया है। तो ग्रीन कार्बन की जरूरत है। और इन सब को देख के ही यूनाइटेड नेशन ने 17 सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट गोल बनाए हैं, जिनको हम SDGs बोलते हैं। और ये जो SDGs हैं, these SDGs are, see, they are for the food supply, for the energy, for the medicine, for the environmental sustainability, for the biodiversity conservation and so on. और खास तौर पे जो लैंड यूज, एयर यूज, वाटर यूज, सस्टेनेबल गोल नंबर 11, 12, 13 and 14, these are directly depending on the ecosystem services. As a plant scientist हमको करना क्या है? As a plant scientist, as a botanist, हमारा जो कंट्रीब्यूशन है वो बहुत ज्यादा है और अभी आगे आने वाले समय में बहुत ज्यादा होने वाला है। कैसे? ग्रीन फ्यूचर की बात कर रहे हैं ना हम। तो ग्रीन फ्यूचर के लिए हमको वी वांट द स्टेपल फूड क्रॉप्स ऑफ द हाई यील्ड। ऐसी क्रॉप चाहिए जिनका यील्ड ज्यादा हो। They could have stress tolerant, they have superior quality, and they will have minimal environmental cost. वातावरण को सबसे कम नुकसान पहुंचाते हुए हाई यील्ड, स्ट्रेस टॉलरेंट, सुपीरियर क्वालिटी, स्टेपल फूड क्रॉप्स, ये हमारा कंट्रीब्यूशन आने वाले समय में चाहिए। एज ए botanist we have to look about it. We want the minor crop should be increased. Minor crops को बढ़ाना है so that the agriculture diversity will increase, so the human nutrition value will increase. So we want diversification in the minor crops. We want more energy crops with the efficient energy conversion. ऐसी क्रॉप चाहिए जो ज्यादा एनर्जी को कन्वर्ट कर पाती हो। We want all the resilient to climate variability. We want diversity of the ornamental plants. खुशबूदार, सुगंधित और अच्छे दिखने वाले पौधों की डाइवर्सिटी की भी जरूरत है। Because we need more recreational value. इतना स्ट्रेस है मानव के दिमाग में, जीवन इतना कठिन बन गया है कि फूल, सुंदर फूल ही हमको बचा सकते हैं. We want more chemicals from the plant, medicinal plant. क्योंकि बीमारियां बढ़ रही हैं, इलाज नहीं है. इलाज मिलेगा केमिकल से. वो केमिकल कहां से मिलेंगे? प्लांट से मिलेंगे. So we want more chemicals from the plants. We want to fix more carbon by the natural ecosystems. और ये सारी चीजें किसके ऊपर हैं? ये भार किसके कंधों पे है? This all riding on the plant soldiers. पौधों के कंधों पे ही ये भार पड़ा हुआ है. So we have to work together to cope up with these problems, not only for the current generation, but also for the future of our children. So we have to find some innovative ways. Many challenges are there. The plant communities are in danger. We have to restore them. We have to find the solution for all these problems. And the answer is the traditional system. 500 साल पहले के सिस्टम को मॉडर्न साइंस के साथ जोड़ दीजिए. You will get the innovative ways to progress. Another, we have talked about the green feature. और अभी हम बात करते हैं कि सबसे बड़ा प्रॉब्लम जो है, दैट इज द सिंथेटिक फर्टिलाइजर. अभी हम प्रॉब्लम्स की बात करते हैं. ग्रीन फ्यूचर में क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम है और उनको दूर कैसे करना है. वी विल टॉक अबाउट दैट. सो द फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम इज ओवर यूज ऑफ द सिंथेटिक फाइबर्स. We know that the leguminous plants have the potential to fix the nitrogen by establishing the rhizobial symbiosis. And if somehow we are able to transfer this leguminous fixing nitrogen property to the other plants, we can reduce the synthetic fertilizer application. So indirectly we are also contributing to reduce the pollution caused by the fertilization. So it is whether it is feasible to have the beneficial association between the non-leguminous plants and the nitrogen fixing bacteria. क्या रिसर्च कोई प्लांट, कोई बॉटनिस्ट ऐसी रिसर्च कर सकता है? करने की जरूरत है. रिसर्च हो रही है. वी आर वेरी क्लोज टू द आंसर, बट मोर पीपल हैज टू इन्वॉल्व, कम अप विद द रिसर्च आइडिया. दूसरा एक आइडिया निकल सकता है प्रॉब्लम का कि वी मे ट्रांसफर द निफ जीन्स फ्रॉम द लेगुमिनस प्लांट टू द नॉन लेगुमिनस प्लांट. बायोटेक्नोलॉजिकल अप्रोच, ट्रांसजेनिक अप्रोच. Plant engineering approach for the nitrogen fixation into the plant associated with the bacteria. तो ये एक important है. Another innovation we can think about the plant microorganism interactions. Because most of the plant and the diseases are leading to the losses in the global productivity. To mitigate this problem, the disease, to mitigate these losses, the new plant microorganism interaction should be established. Disease, environment and microbiome, in तीनों का interaction. For what? For establishing the sustainable agro ecosystems. So this is the another innovation जरूरत है. चौथा प्रॉब्लम यह है कि ड्यू टू द पोल्यूशन एंड द एनवायरमेंटल स्ट्रेस, जो फोटोसिंथेटिक यील्ड प्लांट्स की है वो धीरे धीरे कम हो रही है. So how we can, because we know that photosynthesis is the central process for the primary production of the biomass in the entire world. So how to optimize the photosynthetic efficiency and the carbon fixation? This is the time to discuss and give the way for the efficiency, photosynthetic efficiency and the carbon fixation. How we can modify the process of the non-photochemical quenching for the improvement of the photosynthetic efficiency. So this is the time to encourage the botanist, the plant scientist, to encourage the plant researchers to borrow the wisdom from the green algae, because green algae के पास ये है mechanism. एल्गी कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड कंसंट्रेशन की जो मैकेनिज्म है वो अगर किसी तरीके से हम प्लांट्स और क्रॉप्स में ले आए तो ये जो बायोमास प्रोडक्शन का जो प्रॉब्लम था ना वो सॉल्व हो जाएगा. दिस इज द अनदर वे टू लुक इनटू द ग्रीन फ्यूचर. एंड वी नो देयर आर मल्टीफेसेटेड चैलेंजेस आर देयर. And these challenges are naturally tackled by the green community. Plants के पास एक पावर है कि वो बहुत सारे प्रॉब्लम्स को अपने आप ही झेल लेते हैं, ठीक कर देते हैं. केवल आपको उनको उगने देना है, काटना नहीं है. They have the tendency to cope up. So now this is the time. Innovative space ये भी है कि किसी भी लैंडस्केप की डिजाइनिंग में हम कौन सी अप्रोच को यूज करें, so that we can understand and generate the desirable plant traits in the future. और इसके बाद जो अगला इनोवेटिव आइडिया ग्रीन फ्यूचर के लिए हो सकता है वो हो सकता है जो कि अकोला की आपकी शिवाजी ये जो कॉलेज है ये कर रही है. इस तरह की कॉन्फ्रेंसेस को करना, इस तरह के टॉपिक्स को उठाना जिससे कि हम एडिशनल इंफॉर्मेशन यंग जनरेशंस में भेज सकें, उनको बता सकें कि हमको करना क्या है. तो ये आपका एक कंट्रीब्यूशन है और इसके लिए मैं डेफिनेटली आपकी जो शिवाजी कॉलेज है आर्ट्स कॉमर्स एंड साइंस की वो बधाई की पात्र है. क्योंकि इकोसिस्टम सर्विसेज के बारे में, वेटलैंड्स के बारे में जानने का जो मौका लोगों को मिलता है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है और फ्यूचर में हमें क्या करना है, रिसर्च एरियाज क्या है, थ्रस्ट एरियाज क्या है, दैट वी आर डिस्कसिंग टुडे. सो these are the multiple benefits provided to the human society by the ecosystems. We are getting the full food, fuel and materials from the biodiversity, water resources, energy resources, food security, productive economy, over exploitation, invasive species, climate, ये सारी चीजें हैं. So there are drivers, there are natural resources and there are the benefits. ये तीनों चलते हैं. ये एक एरिया हुआ. दूसरा है कि नेचुरल हैजार्ड्स के मिटिगेशन में काम करते हैं. इसके लिए एक मोटा छोटा सा एग्जांपल देता हूं कि जो मैंग्रोव वेजिटेशन है जो समुद्र के किनारे पाई जाती है, दे हैव द पावर टू रिड्यूस द इम्पैक्ट ऑफ द सुनामी. सुनामी के प्रभाव को कम करने की, बिकॉज व्हेन दिस सुनामी केम इन इंडिया लास्ट टाइम, आई वाज इन पौंडीचेरी ओनली, आई वाज टीचिंग देयर एंड आई हैव ऑब्जर्व्ड इट बाय माय ओन कि जहां पे वो द प्लेसेस वेयर वी हैव द मैंग्रोव वेजिटेशन, दैट एरियाज वर सेफर. वहां पे डेथ एक भी नहीं हुई. एंड द एरिया वेयर देयर इज नो वेजिटेशन, नो मैंग्रोव वेजिटेशन, वहां पे हजारों लोगों की लाश पड़ी हुई हम लोगों ने देखी. पौंडीचेरी यूनिवर्सिटी इज जस्ट एट द बैंक ऑफ द मींस समुद्र के एकदम किनारे ही है, कोस्टल एरिया में है. वो कालापेट में वहां पे 700 लोग मरे थे. उनको मरते हुए मैंने अपनी आंखों से देखा है कि ये मरे हुए. तो जहां पे मैनग्रोव्स हैं, मैनग्रोव्स को बचाना है. सो नेचुरल हैजार्ड्स के मिटिगेट करने के लिए भी यू नीड द थिंग्स. सो दीज आर द इकोसिस्टम वी ये तो मैं आपके बारे बता ही चुका हूं, इसके बारे में बात नहीं करते हैं. तो रेगुलेटिंग सर्विसेज आर देयर, पॉलिनेशन वी शुड नॉट गो फॉर इट. ये एक इस तरह से देखिए कि हमारे यहाँ प्रकृति को पूछते हैं एक पेड़ जो है उसको बचाना कैसे है. तो पेड़ को बचाने का एक तरीका यह भी है कि हम उसकी पूजा करेंगे तो हम उसको काटेंगे नहीं. पीपल के ऊपर ब्रह्म राक्षस का निवास है तो उसको बचा के रखना है, क्योंकि पीपल की जो ऑक्सीजन प्रोड्यूसिंग कैपेसिटी है वो सबसे ज्यादा होती है. तो भारतीय सनातन धर्म में पीपल को काटना बड़ा पाप का काम माना जाता है. पीपल नहीं काटना है. और ब्यूटी ये है कि पीपल का जो पेड़ है वो कोई नर्सरी में आप उसको सीड से उसे ग्रो नहीं कर सकते. वो नेचुरल रीजनरेशन है. वो जनरेशन क्या है कि जब बैट या चिड़िया पीपल के बीज को खाती है, इट विल गो एंड मीट विद द एंजाइम्स अवेलेबल इन द गट ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर वर्ड. और जब उसकी बीट में से वो बाहर निकलता है तब उसके अंदर ग्रो करने की कैपेसिटी आती है. पीपल का पेड़ नर्सरी में नहीं होता. So this was already learned by the Indian people long back. इसीलिए उसको बचाने के लिए इन्होंने ये सब काम किए. तो दिस इज द थिंग अबाउट. और बस इतना मैं कह सकता हूं कि अभी आज की तारीख में लगभग अर्थ को 6 महीने के लिए अगर ऑक्सीजन चाहिए, सपोज पूरी दुनिया से गायब हो जाए और हम आर्टिफिशियली ऑक्सीजन जनरेट करने की कोशिश करें, तो हमें 6 महीने की ऑक्सीजन के लिए, केवल ह्यूमन के लिए, बाकी प्लांट की, और क्योंकि ऑक्सीजन तो सभी को चाहिए, केवल ह्यूमन को अगर 6 महीने की ऑक्सीजन देनी पड़े, वी नीड $38 trillion to create the oxygen for the 6 months for the all human being on the earth. So this is our duty to strive to nourish, safeguard, protect, improve the green cover and increase the environmental conservation efforts. Trees are doing it for free. पौधे ये काम फ्री में करते हैं. Let they save us and let's save them. हम उनको बचाएं और वो हमें बचाएं, तभी हम इसमें आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. थैंक यू वेरी मच. इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस यू मे आस्क द क्वेश्चंस. कुछ लंबा हो गया मुझे लगता है. आई एम सॉरी.
No, sir. No, sir. Such a indeed and motivating and such an informative lecture that you have given. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. If any question from students,
Yes,
you can ask
yes.
now.
I have to share something. Please permit.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
please,
yes.
sir.
Sure, sure, sir.
Yes, Bikshitsar, it's really very inspiring and informative and motivational kind of lecture I've ever heard. So thank you very much for that. And here, actually, I also want to mention that we have also developed criteria and indicators for sustainable agroforestry management. On 3 aspects, we are working on the development of criteria and indicators. First thing is criteria indicator for sustainable agroforestry management. Then second is criteria and indicators for ecotourism management. And third one is criteria and indicator for natural forest, sustainable natural forest management. And that results we have come out with the recommendations, and we are given to submitted to the government of Maharashtra through the agroscope. Our one of the research committee is there. So with your inspiration from yours, so I am thinking about to develop criteria and indicators for sustainable wetland management. So thank you very much for that. And sir, we need your inputs for that. I will contact you in the
Anytime you will contact, sir. Anytime, sir. Sir, I am available, sir.
Okay.
So it's wonderful idea actually.
For the cause of ecosystem, I am always available.
Yes. And this year, sir, we have undertaken one project on criteria development of criterion indicator for sustainable urban forest management.
Urban forest
We are
management.
taking the case study of Akola township, and let's see how it works. And in that regard, I will definitely contact to you. Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for
Sir,
permitting
sir.
to come.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you once again. Now I request Mr. Shubham Rathod, sir, to declare the photography competition result. Please, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, Rasika, ma'am. Is I audible? Okay. So, good afternoon to one and all the respected dignitaries of this event, respected teachers from various colleges and universities, and dear students. Myself, Mr. Shubham Ashokrav Rathod. I am working as a assistant professor in Department of Botany of this institute. First of all, I pay my polite tribute to Dr. Panjabrao alias Bhausaheb Deshmukh, the founder president of Sri Shivaji Education Society and first agricultural minister of the independent India. I am being present here to declare the result of the state level photography competition which is organized by our department on the occasion of World Wetland Day celebration. Before announcing the name of all the winners, I would like to say thank you to respected Dr. H.K. Deshmukh sir for their evaluation of all the entries of the photography competitions. Thank you very much, sir. And now it's time to announce the name of the winners of these competitions. So let's before announcing the names of I would like to share some information about these competitions. For this World Wetland Day celebration and this state level photography competitions, we have accepted more about the 266 registrations from all over the universities of the Maharashtra as well as the state like Chhattisgarh University and from the Madhya Pradesh and also all the participants out of we have selected the first, second, and third prizes from 3 different categories. The first category, that is the UG category, and PG category, and also we have included the faculty members also. So let's just now we will see the result of this state level photography competition. The third prize from the UG category where goes to Miss Gayatri Vilasrao Belsare. She belongs to Rajashri Shahu Science College, Sandur Railway District, Amravati. Then the second prize, there is a second prize goes to the Miss Kalyani Nandu Sahare from Vidyabharati Mahavidyalaya, Amravati. Then first prize from this UG category where goes to Miss Rutuja S. Bhade, which belongs to Sri RLT College of Science, Akola, State, Maharashtra. So congratulations all the participants and the prize winning participants, and I would like to congratulate all the winners and also all the participants from the UG category. So now it's time to know the winners of the PG categories. So third prize from the PG categories where goes to uh, Miss Rushali Rajesh Uke, which is belongs to our institute, that is Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Where the second prize for the PG students, where this second prize were distributed to the two students, and the first winner of the second prize winner is Miss Sakshi R. Deshmukh, which belongs to Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. And the second prize goes to the Vedika Nitin Varankar. She is also our student and the student of our institute from the PG category. And the first prize from the PG student or the PG category where goes to Miss Vaishnavi Vishwanath Pople. She is also the student of our institute. And I would like to say congratulate all the prize winning participants and all the participants from the PG categories. For these photography competitions, we have also accepted the some responses from the faculty members also. And then the first prize from the faculty member where goes to Miss Ashwini Bhalchandra Phokmare, which is belongs to Sri Shivaji Arts, Commerce and Science College, Akot. So congratulations. Then second prize were distributed to the two faculty members, and and the first name of the second prize is that Dr. Anand Vivek Oak sir. He is my colleague also and belongs to same institute, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Then second name of the set, second prize from the faculty category where goes to Mr. Shailendra Madavi sir, and he belongs to Sri RLT College of Science, Akola. And third prize from the faculty, this third prize also distributed to the two participants, two faculty members, and the first name of the third prize where goes to Dr. Vaishali S. Patil ma'am, which is also senior of my senior and belongs to same institute, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. And the last third prize where goes to Dr. Rupali Sirsat ma'am, which is belongs to Dr. R.G. Rathod Arts and Science College, Murtizapur, District, Akola. So this is the result of today's state level photography competitions, and I would like to say congratulations to all the prize winning participants and also all the participants, because participating in such type of competitions and attaining the you all have go from this all the processes to observe the wetlands and to study the wetlands. So thank you very much. Congratulations one and all. And so now I will concluding my this declaration of congratulations to all participants, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Shubham sir. And again, all the participants. Here is one notice for you. That is, in our chat box, there is one feedback link. The participants should fill that the feedback link and get your participation certificates.
Now I would like to request Mr. Nikhil Saukar.
Now I would like to request Mr. Nikhil Saukande sir. Before that, before that, I would like to request our student Komal Srivastav to express her views on that wetland day. Yes?
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. You can continue, Komal.
Yes, ma'am.
यूट्यूबवर काय माहिती ते प्राइज अनाउन्स झालं की नाही ते.
A very warm good afternoon. Welcome to all respected dignitaries, respected teachers, and all my dear friends. It's my immense pleasure that I have got an opportunity to share my experience while clicking the pictures for photography competition on World Wetland Day. As we all know that how much wetlands are important for our natural habitat. As we all know that now recently means a few minutes ago Dr. Ashwini Kumar sir said that जब तक हमें किसी चीज की कदर या वैल्यू पता नहीं होती तब तक हम उस चीज की कदर नहीं करते. Yes sir, you are absolutely correct. As forests are called as lungs of earth, in the same way wetlands are kidneys that regulate water to all the grasses, trees surrounding the wetland. Wetland ecosystems support the host of animal and plant life, and they are critically important for survival of humans too. The site I visited was nearby village, and I saw there it provides a good area for grazing of cattle. As wetlands provide shelter and food for many animals. So, wetlands are natural habitats for a lot of animals, and in order to protect these animals, we must protect the wetlands too. Last but not least, I would like to thank all the teachers for conducting this competition. Because of this, we come to know the importance of wetland. Thank you so much.
Now I would like to request Mr. Nikhil Sakhande sir to give vote of thanks.
Thank you, madam. Very good afternoon, everyone. Since last 2 hours, we are witnessing the national webinar on plant sciences and state level photography competition. On the occasion of World Wetland Day 2022, organized by Department of Botany and IQAC, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Myself, Mr. Nikhil Saukhande, Assistant Professor, Department of Botany, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. On behalf of Botany Department, I am here to express vote of thanks. Firstly, I would like to thank chief guest of today's program, Dr. Ashunikumar Dikshit, professor in botany, Guru Ghasidas Vishwavidyalaya, Bilaspur, Chhattisgarh. I would like to thank guest of honor, Dr. Harshvardhan Deshmukh, assistant professor, College of Forestry, Dr. Panjabrao Deshmukh, Krishi Vidyapit, Akola, Maharashtra. Also, I would like to thank chairperson of today's program, Dr. A.L. Kulat sir, principal, Sri Shivaji College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Akola. Also, I would like to thank Dr. Ashish Rao sir, professor and IQAC coordinator of our college. Also, I would like to thank all the students and all the faculty members for their presence and their participation, and all the resource persons for their valuable guidance. And I also thanks to all the members of teaching staff for organizing a such event. Thank you once again. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. By the permission, I will declare that today's event is over now.
Thank you very much.